Last week you should have found where each of your words come from, whether they're Old English, Other, or French. This week we're going to count how many words come from Old English versus Old French. So I recommend the first thing you do, I'm going to hit Control A, and then I'm going to hit Format, Text Wrapping, Overflow. That way you can see all of the words together, because today we're going to look at this column rather than reading the etymology. So now I can see how many words I've looked up, because what we're going to do is count how many of your words come from Germanic and compare that to the total and find the ratio of Germanic words. And we'll do the same for Old French, and then we'll compare that to the ratios for English overall. Before you do your math, you should check to see if you did like I did here in columns 8 and 9. I broke down the word global into global and globe, and this is going to mess up my total count because I added a word essentially. So what I'm going to do is just change the color of the added word where I broke down globe, and I'm going to go through and see if there's any other places I did that. Here I did it with commit, so I'm just going to change that to orange. So I've looked up 21 words. Now I'm going to count my Old English words. I've highlighted them in blue to make it easier. I'm not going to count the words, the extra words like globe that I put in parentheses, but I am going to count commit, which I had blacked out as a word I'm not going to count because I didn't look up committed because that's just a conjugation. So I'm going to actually black out this word, and I'm going to count this word, but it doesn't count towards Old English because it's from Latin. The same with its. I didn't count its. I'm going to count it instead, and that will count till my Old English count. So with that, I have 13 words from Old English, over 21 words looked up in the text. I divide that and it gives me a ratio of about 62%. So I can say, in a random sampling of 21 words from my text, 62% come from Old English. I'll do the same thing again, same process again, but with French. I don't even have to highlight for those. 1, 2, 3, 14%. And if you like, you can do the same for other. If you have extra time and you want to get fancy with reporting this information on your website, you can go and make your own pie chart by searching Make a Pie Chart online, and there's lots of free pie chart makers that will let you make a pie chart in any way you like, and you can enter your information, although a lot of them force you to sign up to download, but then you can put those into your website. After you've found your ratio and made your pie chart if you want to, you're going to answer the question, is the ratio of Germanic words in your text greater or less than the 26% for English overall? In my text, it's far greater, and unless you're doing a very technical scientific text, I suspect it will be greater for yours as well. What you'll do is answer why you think the ratio is greater. Is it surprising why your ratio is different from English overall? You could answer about, is your text very formal or informal, fancy or familiar? And is the speaker trying to sound educated or relatable? What is the education level of the target audience? So you're going to explain that and then transfer that from your rough draft to your website. The next thing you need to do this week is go to your website, and under Old English, you'll need to put a copy of your text and start coloring the words that come from Old English in a different color. I'm going to make a key for my viewers. Now I'll put all Old English words in blue, all French words in orange, and words from other languages in green. I do this by highlighting the word, and then clicking on the A with the color drop, and then selecting a color.